So I think on the list of people you're not supposed to date, it's like comedians at number 3, magicians at number 2, and unicycle riders at number 1. You really, you're the triple threat there.
I am a walking red flag, that is for sure.
Hello, hello. It's Charlie coming at you from the home studio. And good news, we are on with the great Anthony Grupido. Anthony, how you doing?
Good. Yeah, things are good. I'm hot off a show this morning, so I'm like in the zone, ready to talk to people.
You are jumping all around the country, entertaining and enlightening people. So we're really excited that you're going to be back with us in Royal Oak on March 6th for X equals Laughter, our TEDx comedy showcase.
That's me, sweet. Big fan.
Hey, you too. Twinsies. A little bit about you. Let's go through your background. How long have you been performing magic and comedy?
Golly, I've been doing magic for 23 years, and all the material that isn't fooling people, that's just been my attempt at comedy for 23 years. So.
Do you still remember your first show?
But my first ever show was somebody's birthday, like a 5-year-old's birthday party in Royal Oak. And it went really well until I pulled out an illusion called Sword Through Neck. And I put the, I don't know what I was thinking, but I was like, this would be so much fun. So, cause it's not real, but I put this little kid in like the brace and I pull out the sword and she goes, no, and books it into the kitchen. And I was like, whoa. And everyone thought that was the funniest thing. And yeah, the girl did not. So,
do you find it's harder to create an illusion close up where someone really has eyes on you, or doing it on stage where you have an audience?
Close up magic, I think, has the potential to really establish like the full effect of magic. You get to connect with that person more times often than not. It happens in their hands. But also, I think the stage there's just some really cool stuff that you can do on stage that, helps deliver messages or just kind of delivers the experience that I'm looking to create, I guess. I don't know. That's too tough a question. I think they're equal. I think it's, for both. And it depends on the style of magician as well.
So when you are crafting a new bit, does it start with, oh, I have a story I want to tell, or is it, oh, I have an illusion, what's the story I can wrap around it? How do you work?
Yeah, so there's a process to this. I'm part of a group of magicians called Magic on Purpose. And we all use magic for keynote speaking. But you start with the message. I find that the message kind of gets lost or watered down or maybe forced if you start with the trick. So the whole point is to develop a script and a message, what you want to tell the audience, and then you have to craft the visual for it afterwards. And that's where the magic studying kind of begins, where you're going through books and then this book and that magazine. So
let's brag on your career here a little bit. You've been performing for years. What are some of the big names or big venues that you've performed at? Some of the groups you've opened?
Big venues. I did Little Timmy's birthday party 8 years ago. No, I've opened for the Impractical Jokers, Jim Gaffigan, Darcy Lynn, the winner of America's Got Talent. And those were epic experiences. Another really memorable experience is I got to open for Bill Engvall from Blue Collar Crew. That was a really great experience opening for him. He was a really cool dude.
So I know you do a lot with schools on mental health. What is your favorite thing to write about more on the comedy side?
I enjoy crowd work, especially as a magician. And I know recently with Matt Wright, I appreciate it. You guys did come to the show, and I love the crowd work, which I know comedians, especially with Matt Rife, people have been like, oh, crowd work isn't this, but the potential to produce or steal objects from, or read minds with people in the audience just allows for all of these different avenues that we can go to. And creating that situational comedy is something that I pride myself on being really good at.
So you spoke at TEDxDetroit last year. Looking back, what was it? What you thought it would be, and how has it impacted your career moving forward?
When I was a kid, I would watch TEDx, And I was very inspired by these TEDx talks. It was a dream of mine since I was a kid. It was like, I have to. But yeah, no, it definitely was a unique experience. It was very inspiring. There was some kind of powerful energy that was just in the audience that day, that like there was a lot of expectation, and even on myself, because I was like, this is the TEDx talk. Like, this is what you've been waiting for. So opening doors, I definitely have met a couple clients because of it, which is awesome. I'm speaking at a conference, the JCI conference tomorrow. I think it definitely has helped some schools see in HD, like, this is exactly what I would say and do.
It's funny. I do a lot of keynote talks for businesses, and I love to do it, and I think I'm pretty good at it. But there isn't the nerves that TEDx. There's something special about it, but also being on a comedy stage is nerve-wracking for me. I can do an hour keynote, no problem. I have to do 10 minutes in comedy. It's like, oh, the laughs aren't accidental now. Now you have to get them.
Yeah, I think it's harder to do 10 minutes than it is 60 minutes as well. Like this, what we're doing on that Wednesday, Roy, like I've even done 12 minutes for companies plenty of times. And it is the only time I get nervous is when you have 12 minutes to make a point. And as a magician, to develop a message, comedy, and magic into that 12 minutes has to be like, your audience has to be ready to go. So I hope Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle doesn't hate magicians, because if they do, I'm going to throw a smoke bomb and vanish. Just, all right, poof.
I think it's going to be a really neat show. It's going to feel like an America's Got Talent. We're at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle in Royal Oak on March 6th. It's a Wednesday night from 7:30 to 9:30. But we got a few comics, and then we're going to do some improv games like Whose Line Is it Anyway, and then some more comics, and then some magic, and then some more comics. And so it'll break up this show a little, almost like a variety show with all different ways to make you laugh and have a good time. But we are at the lightning round here. Our 10 minutes is up. Let's go through some quick answers. Are you ready? Are you dialed in? All right, here we go. If you were a pro athlete, what would be your walkout song?
Probably Big Rings by Drake.
What's your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant is Daryl's Steakhouse in Lake Orion. That place is bomb. 10 out of 10 every time.
Who's your spirit animal? Or what is your spirit animal?
I don't know. Maybe like a parrot, because like they're loud and they're annoying if you keep them in a cage. But if you just let them do their thing, they're like pretty chill. So.
Who is your favorite national comedian?
Oh, man. Okay. This is someone I haven't opened for. All the people I've opened for have made me crack my ribs. But Fluffy, a.k.a. Gabriel Iglesias, I got to work with at the Cherry Festival, and I almost peed my pants. That guy is funny. He is very funny. He has a lot of cool Volkswagens, too.
Who's the magician that just blows your mind with?
Lance Burton's FISM Act is still one of the best pieces of magic I've ever seen in my entire life.
As we look on the local scene, is there someone in the Michigan area you think is just really funny?
Oh, man. I have so many comedian friends, and I think that they're all funny. But the two off the top of my head who I've actually worked with, too, are Cam Rowe, who I'm bringing to a county fair with me in a couple weeks. And a guy named Kevin Johnson made me laugh super hard, show that I had him open for me. He was hilarious.
Both great choices. And Cameron is going to be part of March 6th. So the man is a walking sitcom. I can't believe he's not on TV. He is just so funny. What is your favorite vacation spot?
I love Hawaii, but Jacksonville Beach is actually like one of my favorite places ever. Jacksonville Beach is super cool.
What is your drink of choice?
I really like green tea with a little lemon or ginger in it. That's like, I could drink that all day, 24/7.
Where do you love to take out-of-town guests?
Sidecar in Birmingham. The Slider restaurant, super good.
What is your favorite place that you've ever performed?
But my favorite places to present the magic of hope at, obviously, like every school experience I have has just been, it's meaningful, it's wonderful, it's epic. If you're looking for like venue-wise, one of the coolest places I think I've been was the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs, Colorado. It was like this castle golf banquet that's like super exclusive, and thankfully the client paid for food because it was like a $40 cheeseburger there. So
what's on your bucket list? Is there a place on your bucket list that you always wanted to perform?
Oh man, I would love to perform in the Maldives. I think it would be great if someone flew me to the Maldives and let me stay there for 10 days and do some magic or fire spin on the beach. But no, that's one thing I've always tried to stay away from is I just every gig that I take is the best gig ever, and that's how I like to approach it.
What is your favorite type of pizza and what's your favorite topping?
Whoa, okay, you're gonna hate me for this. I like to go to Hamlin Pub, specifically in Clarkston, because they're the only place that will make me a pizza with mushrooms and anchovies on it, and I will eat an entire large mushroom and anchovy pizza to myself. I'll even put onions and spinach on it.
We are never splitting a pizza.
No, nobody ever splits pizzas with me. So good, though.
All right, one last question for you. Give me a fun fact. What is it, or a random? What's something we don't know about you?
I can ride a unicycle. I actually could ride a unicycle before I could do magic well. So I can ride a unicycle. I have my family has an 8-foot unicycle that we kind of trade around and ride on because my uncles are the one who taught me how to do it. So my uncles taught me how to unicycle, walk tightrope and slackline, and just lots of weird stuff like that.
So I think on the list of people you're not supposed to date, it's like comedians at number 3, magicians at number 2, and unicycle riders at number 1. You're the triple threat there.
I am a walking red flag, that is for sure.
Well, thanks so much for the time today. Can't wait to see you perform on March 6th at the Comedy Castle. Wednesday, March 6th, 7:30. Don't miss out. Anthony Grupido and a host of other talented folks. You've seen their TED Talks. Now come see them perform and make us laugh, smile, and have a great time.
It'll be fun. I'll see you guys there.